Hi guys, it's Amazing Purple Girl back with Power Wash Simulator, and I'm going to start the Warhammer 40,000 or 40k DLC, and after that I think I'm going to go straight on to the Shrek DLC, and that will finish out all the DLCs, so that will keep me going for the next 10 weeks I guess. I'm never sure, it's like 5 or 6 jobs per DLC. So yeah, that'll keep me going for quite a while. Well, Power Wash 2 should be out before I finish that. So we'll have to see. And obviously I haven't finished doing career mode with the triple nozzle yet. So, be interesting, because I do obviously want to get on to Power Wash 2 when it releases, but for now we'll carry on with what we're doing. Warhammer. I know nothing, well no, I don't know nothing, I know little about Warhammer. Perform cleaning rites as a tech priest of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Filth is temporary, honour is forever. Okay. Land Raider. It's only $200. Okay, so this is going to be quick. Right. Ring of Iron, Mars. Oh my word, that's small. Magos Pernitax Pius. Forge Temple, Ring of Iron, Mars. Blessing of the Machine Rite initiated. Induction. Tech Priest, I am your superior, Magos Pertinax Plus. It is to be your sacred duty to cleanse the Imperium's illustrious machines, to appease their machine spirit, and remove any lingering befoulments. To this end, you are to be stationed at Forge Temple 48759, under the supervision of Engine Seer Tyros 656, and allocated a Mark II Aquasantica Arquebus order. Your first assignment, a mighty Ultraminds Land Raider of the Adeptus Astartes, awaits your attention. Whilst I remain sceptical that a relative novice such as yourself should perform rites on such a vulnerable vehicle, I am reminded of the words of Archmagos Vulcanellus. The iron, once forged, becomes the sword. Let us hope that this applies to you. I am not a novice. I have 200 hours of power wash under my belt. And here's my power washer. Can we triple it? No. Okay. That's good to know. Subdivision of the vehicle schematic has been sent to your optic systems. Work systematically through localized contaminants. Now I'm going with this green nozzle. Analysis of detritus may provide vital data on adversarial capabilities. Well, this would be easier with a triple nozzle. All dirt compositions will be screened and logged. There you go. Blue nozzle might be better actually. Oh dear me. 5%. Yeah, well. That's red. That's blue. No, I don't want soap. Red. Oh boy. Blue's the swizzly one. Me trying to learn about the nozzles. Oh dear. Ooh, look at that. Complete your work, Tech Priest. Yeah. No residue from the redacted profane of redacted identity unconfirmed can be allowed to linger on the Ultramarines Land Raider. Oh, okay. Oh, my first ding. I think what I learnt from Mr. Pliers was...
as many of you know, I recently started watching like Warhammer, or reading up Warhammer 40k books. And one of the interesting things about Warhammer 40k is this concept of chaos. There's this almost parallel universe that is entirely filled with human emotions. Like, and I'm not saying that's what this is, but the concept. It's filled with human emotions. No matter what they are, positive or negative, it's filled with that. And eventually, over time, these intelligences start forming in the chaos of this other universe. And this chaos, the worst thing about it, and the one thing that I took from this is the thing that causes people to change and the thing that curses people is this, it's this not a thing, but it's this idea that whispers in your ear. And the worst thing that could possibly do is it makes you think that the ends justify the means in whatever situation that you're taking. It's not like one thing. It's gently over time, like this thing whispering, like, and it's just this day by day step. Worst part is it convinces you that you thought of it in the first place.
Oh my goodness, look at that. That's really cool. To augment ritual further, a brief account of the Land Raiders' recent deployment will be forthcoming. Fine. Data recording pilot. Mission debrief. On our way to reinforce the Fleet Secundus, we were diverted to a distress signal from the planet. Withheld strategic East in Mare B785. Imperial forces stationed there claimed they had detected the presence of an restricted artifact H-class before encountering the redacted heretical. The value of a redacted classified item could be of an extreme significance. I mean, I don't know, I'm just cleaning. And that's all I'm doing. Noticed the architecture in this place. Wow, that's crazy. Do I have to clean this at some point? Flipping over. Data recording pilot. Arriving on withheld strategic Astimare B785, we found ourselves overrun by redacted heretical. However, we were close enough to detect the presence of the restricted artifact H class. Fortunately, those before us were wise enough to encase it within an restricted technology X402. It was clear we must return in greater numbers before the restricted artifact H-class is damaged or lost to the redacted heretical. Debrief complete. Not much of a debrief, is it? Most of it was redacted. goes there. And, this is just ridiculous. It's just taken so long. Finally, on to the last three things. Skid plate, track armour, hatches, and outer track armour. I thought I got all the outer track armour. Oh, here. Oh, I see. Okay, back to... Needed a break. So frustrating. I'm sorry, this is really frustrating level. This is, I think, worse than the one in the Final Fantasy one. I can't remember what the level was. The mechanical thing anyway. This is so frustrating. It's like, come on, just like, we can't be that far off. I'm stuck. Yeah. We can't be that far off now. Seriously, just let me have it. Finally! Oh my gosh. Wow. Complete the Land Raider job. There we go. We have done it. Look at that. I love this place though. This is beautiful architecture. And yeah. Unus annus. Right, let's go. Canticle complete. Tech priest, your efficacy in this blessed task has exceeded chronological metrics. I feel the motive force of the venerable vehicle resonant. The Omnissiah has indeed brought us a worthy adept. I shall see to it that Tyros 656 reserves only the most glorious and arduous benedictions for your attention. In the meantime, it would be prescient to reflect on the further reduction of your biologica to increase your efficacy further. I can't say that word. Blessed be the Omnissiah. Oh, right. Okay, we're done. So the next one is the Redemptor Dreadnought. I came into this going, oh, it won't be that bad. $200 job, that's not going to take long. It was painful. That's all I'm going to say. I had to stop and come back to it twice after the main part of the recording because it was taking that long. I just had to take a break because it's just like, I can't continue. This is just, I'm getting fed up not being able to find these bits, and I used the tab dirt finder key way more than I normally do in POWERWASH. That's why I've really put this DLC off, I think. I know nothing, well, as I said, I don't know nothing, but I know little about Warhammer 40k. It's not my kind of thing at all, but I do like the architecture. But yeah, that job, not great fun. I hate to complain. I really hate to complain when I'm playing games, because games are meant to be fun. And I'm sure someone like Markiplier or any fan of Warhammer is going to love it, but it's not great for me. I won't complain anymore in this DLC. I'm going to leave it now. That's it. I've got my complaint out of the way. The next one's $100, and it looks quite a small thing to clean. So I'm gonna see. Hopefully, not too many crannies. But that's it for now. I hope you at least enjoyed watching me give that good wash that it needed. I definitely needed way more money for that job. I ought to buy some more equipment, but I won't do that now. I'll do that probably when I go back to career mode after. I don't think I'm going to go back to career mode until I've done Shrek DLC now. But I've got the Warhammer one to get through first. The Shrek one's going to be a lot more enjoyable, I think. But that's it for now, so I will be back with more Warhammer 40k DLC next week.